In this video, I'll show you how to make this kind of part in Plasticity. Before we get started, in the description below this video, you'll find a link to a comprehensive tutorial where I go over everything in detail. And yes, when it comes to video tutorials like this, it's worth realizing one thing, that showing and explaining how to make a part takes much longer than just making the part itself. In this tutorial, I won't be able to show you one of Plasticity's biggest advantages, which is fast 3D modeling, because I want to explain to you step by step how such a part is created. But I think that even though I'll be explaining each step here, it will still be quite fast. But I want you to know that creating such a 3D model on your own is much faster than following a tutorial. I'll create a new project and show you step by step how to make such a part. Alright, so here, if you're interested in the basic aspects of using Plasticity, I encourage you to watch my long tutorial. You'll find the link to it in the description below this video. There, I discuss these basic topics in quite a lot of detail, which are very useful when starting out with Plasticity. And now I'll simply show you the things you'll need to create this 3D model. We'll start here by creating a cube. Select the corner box command and place the first edge of the cube at the origin point of the coordinate system. Click the left mouse button, drag the cursor, and now to specify precise dimensions, I press Tab and enter 200. Then I press the Tab key again and enter 100 here. I press Enter. And now for the height, I enter 70 and press Enter and enter again to confirm. Now I switch to selecting edges and holding Shift, I select the four corners of the solid. Here the fillet command was automatically selected, which allows you to create a fillet or a chamfer. And we can add a fillet here with a specific dimension. We enter the dimension value here, or press the D key, type in 15 and press Enter. And press Enter again to confirm. Next, based on this solid, we will create a solid with walls of a specified thickness. I switch to selecting faces, select the face I want to remove, and press the F key to activate the command that allows me to do this. Here I type hollow and select this command. And here we can specify the wall thickness either outward or inward, and we enter the wall thickness as -5 millimeters. I press Enter and Enter again to confirm. Now I rotate the view. We can do this by pressing the mouse wheel and moving the mouse. We rotate the view. Here I'm using a SpaceMouse device which allows for smooth navigation, but this device is not necessary. We select the bottom wall. I press the space bar to create a temporary construction plane based on this wall. I choose to draw a circle and draw the first circle at this point, then I press the Tab key and enter 10 millimeters as the diameter of this circle. Next I press the F key and I type mirror to select this command. I click this marker to create a mirror image of this geometry and then click OK. Now I select the line drawing tool and I will create a line from this point so that it is tangent to both of these circles. And here we have two such handles, tangent, tangent, and when this handle is active, we click with the left mouse button and then right click to finish drawing the line. Now I select the line drawing tool again and draw a line from this point, and similarly so that this line is tangent to both circles. I right click, select the trim geometry command, and remove these parts of the geometry. I click OK. I close the temporary construction plane, and based on this, I will create a material removal from this solid. Here, the extrude command was automatically activated. We drag this marker so that this part of the solid extends above this face. And here we have the command difference. I press the W key, select the solid from which I want to subtract this part, the solids, and I click OK. And in this way, we've created a pocket in the solid. Now I left click on the group of flat geometries and click the eye icon next to one of these geometries. This way I turn off the visibility of these geometries. And now I have the face selection mode active, and with the Shift key I select the faces of this pocket. Here I'll rotate the model. Okay. I'll switch to the bottom view, and now, based on this pocket, I'll create a rectangular array, and here we have the command. Rectangular array. We select this command and specify it. The end point of this array, and we'll place this endpoint at the height of this point. To do this, we hover the cursor over this point, press the Shift key to activate the construction lines, and here we have the active point. We click with the left mouse button. Here we specify the number of copies, for example 10, and click OK. And we get something like this. I close the temporary construction plane, and we have something like this created. Now, I click on this face, press the spacebar to activate the temporary construction plane, select the circle drawing tool and draw a circle. At this point, I press tab and enter 25 millimeters as the diameter. Now I activate the move command and move it 25 millimeters along the x-axis, then press enter and enter again. Once more to confirm it. Next, I activate the mirror command. I click this marker to mirror this circle. I click OK. I close the temporary construction plane and now the selection of faces and areas is active. Holding the shift key, I select these two areas. I drag this marker so that this solid extends beyond the outer wall of this body. I select the command difference. I press the W key, click on this solid and click OK. I turn off the visibility of flat geometries and this is what we have. Now I switch to edge selection and holding the shift key, I select the edges to be rounded. Next, I press the D key, type 15, press enter and enter again. And in this way, we've created this solid. Here we can also choose, for example, this view. This is what we have. As you can see, creating this solid, it took a few minutes, but if you were to create such a solid on your own, I think you could do it in just a few dozen seconds. And that's where we'll finish. And just a reminder, in the description below this video, I'm including a link to a long tutorial where I discuss the basics of 3D modeling in Plasticity. Thank you for your attention, and I also encourage you to subscribe to this channel